What if you're looking for a thick and juicy cheddar cheeseburger, a hearty bowl of New England clam chowder, and a generous mugful of s'mores creme brulee? For that kind of meal, you gotta go to the Brook Tavern. Sometimes the flavors a restaurant serves are so good, your taste buds will start singing. Hitting all the right notes, Brook Tavern in Lexington is a two-story eatery with a casual bar on the first floor, an intimate dining room upstairs, and talented servers who've been known to break into song, all set inside a former post office dating back to the 1840s.
The building is wonderful with the two floors, and each floor lends itself to a little bit of a different experience, so we can find the right place for the right party, I think, and you'll feel comfortable in jeans and a t-shirt, and you'll feel comfortable in a suit and tie.
Owner Marcus Palmer pays homage to the building's past with vintage touches like wrought iron light fixtures, big wooden tables, and nostalgic artwork on the walls. There are even American flags hung proudly in the windows to mirror the American fare Chef Chris Frothingham has on his menu.
We bill ourselves as an American eatery, so it's sort of everything American. It's a menu you can walk in and you can find the things that you recognize, and hopefully we put a twist on it, and so it's something that you're familiar with, but not something you'd make at home.
There are throwbacks like tender veal pot roast served in the old-fashioned cast iron skillet in which it's cooked.
And we've got these beautiful cast iron plates, and that's the way taverns used to cook. They used to basically have to do the whole dish composed, put it in an oven, and then serve it.
The skillets are also used to sear the roasted chicken breast so the skin gets crisp while the insides remain juicy.
Picking up 255 salmon sea bass solo, chef.
To start things off with some old school deliciousness, classic Boston brown bread comes complimentary with every meal.
Now, some people look at it right away and say, wait, is this really Boston baked brown bread? And we're like, steamed in a coffee can, you got it.
We bake that in cans the way it was originally done. It's served warm and it has that sort of smell of molasses, really decadent. When it comes out, it's almost a meal in itself.
And New England clam chowder is done the way you remember it. Not too thick, not too thin.
Chef and I aren't big fans of that really rich, stick your fork in it and spoon and it doesn't move. To us, a chowder is a soup.
So it's not a pudding, it's all about the clams and the bacon and the vegetables, being able to get a little bit of everything.
I think clam chowder is clam chowder. Do a good one, and there's nothing wrong with it.
And while traditional tavern fare like this burger served with hand-cut fries definitely dominates the menu, there are some creative dishes as well, like homemade hummus topped with spicy shrimp served with flatbread for dipping, or sweet and sour tempura fried calamari spiked with ghost chilies.
Calamari, everyone does calamari. You get the little rings and you put the peppers in and you taste the fried outside batter, you don't taste the calamari. So we really felt strongly that we wanted to taste calamari. So we have these nice, we call them almost steak frites, thick pieces of calamari, very lightly battered.
We cut it so it looks like a large French fry, and then we dredge it in a tempura flour that we season with cumin and a little bit of ghost pepper. So it has a little bit of spice, it's very tender, and it's a lot of meat in ratio to the amount of breading.
People just absolutely rave about it. They have it once, they come back for it.
Another original dish earning rave reviews is Brook's Quinoa Meatless balls, served with spaghetti squash for a vegetarian version of spaghetti and meatballs.
So the idea is taking a spaghetti squash and we roast it, and when you shred it, it looks like spaghetti. So we toss that with a raw marinara that we make, and then we make a quinoa meatball with chickpeas and red quinoa, different seasonings and spices, and then bake that, and it almost looks just like a meatball when it comes out.
People are going crazy over it. People who just aren't vegetarians are ordering it as well.
But if you do want the real thing, Brook slow simmers their meaty bolognese sauce for hours and then tosses it over fresh pasta, hand cut every single day.
So make the dough in the morning, let it rest, we cut the pasta in the afternoon, and it's cooked within hours from when we make it. And so just starting with the fresh noodles, I think, is really the key.
You have to start with actually good pasta, and I think there's no excuse for not making it every single day.
And then there's a dessert you'll want to devour every single day, the s'mores creme brulee. Creamy chocolate pudding is topped with marshmallow that's torched off, creating a modern-day twist on this childhood treat.
And then we take graham crackers and put them around the outside of the dish so you can scoop right in and get your chocolate and your s'more all in one bite.
From atmosphere to eats, pretty much everything at Brook Tavern has a bit of nostalgia to it, even the prices.
Bolognese in the window.
The quality of the food Chef Chris puts out, the value and the service that we're trying to give here to me rivals many urban concepts for $10, $15 less per plate. We've taken a really urban experience, very serious about our service and hospitality and the quality of our food. We've brought it here to Lexington.